Okay, so welcome back. So here was our original file, and I was only interested in location for the uninsured rate for anyone under the age of 65. So I cleaned up the file to only include the data that I needed, and this is what it looks like. So there are tools out there like Tableau Prep, but most of those tools won't let you start cleaning data until you get it into the right format. So here you can see it's in table format. I have my field columns or my variables, the year, the location, and the percent uninsured. And now my data is saved in a CSV file. I can come into an analytics tool. I can connect to my tool. And I can open it up and take a look at my data, make sure it looks okay. Year I have in here, it's listed with the data type of a number. If I wanted to change that to be, we'll say, a date, I could do that. I don't really like it as a date. I'm going to put it back to a number. The location is text, which is fine. And I have here my percent uninsured as a number. This is a pretty small file, so there's no need for me to come over here and add any filters. I'm going to go right to my sheet. And I am going to start building my visualization. And I could look at, let's say, putting a year up at the top, a location in my rows, and then putting in percent uninsured, into the rows, and I can take a look at some of the visualizations. And when I look at this, I can look at the differences between metropolitan and small locations. And when I look at it this way over time, I can see that for metropolitan in 2014, there was a higher number, the percent uninsured, and then as I went down to 2015, the percent uninsured dropped, and it dropped even more as we got to 2016. For small locations, it was 12.6 in 2014, it dropped in 2015, it went up slightly in 2016. Now when I come in here and I look at my data, I can see this in my data because this is a pretty small file, but if you had a larger file that had hundreds or thousands of records, you would want to perform this in an analytics tool. And I can come in here and I can look at the different visualizations. Tableau is only going to let me use a visualization that works with the data. I can move my data back and forth between rows and columns. I can add details. I can also come into the Analytics tab, and because this is data over time, you can see I have a lot of pre-built analytics in here that I can start looking at for models, trends, and forecasts. If I wanted to put a forecast in here, it looks like I don't have enough data, and Tableau will tell me the time series is too short to forecast. So what I would like you to do is take a realistic file, make sure that you have enough data in there, and use that benchmarking data to build a visualization. And what you would do with this visualization is you would have national data or statewide data that you could then use to measure your own health system data against as a benchmark.